Hey guys, welcome back to BA Adventures.
Hi.
So today we are going to go over our
Top 10 tips and tricks to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay.
Okay, so we're going to go over our top 10 tips and tricks like we said, and they're going to be what we kind of experienced while we were there, and the things that we can pass on to you for you to learn for your guys' trip when you go to Busch Gardens, Tampa. So, what are we going to start with? Number one?
So, number one is going to be use the all-day locker system.
Okay.
Because you pay $8 for all day, and your lockers travel around with you for the rides, and you cannot take your stuff on rides.
No. No, you cannot take anything on rides. Like I was able to take a GoPro for a couple POVs.
Right.
But it had to be strapped onto me. Either a chest mount or a wrist mount. I chose the wrist mount because it was a little easier to control. But yeah, the locker system, huge help. And they only fit small backpacks and with a couple water bottles and her fanny pack and like my hat and some sunglasses and phones and stuff.
I would say like your drawstring backpacks that you see a lot at theme parks.
Yeah.
So tip number 2 is going to be to get the all-day dining plan. It pays for itself at Busch Gardens.
If you do it right.
Right.
If you do it right. If you go there and you only use it for 2 meals, you've overpaid. So we went from open to close, almost close. Every trip we were there, 3 meals a day, and you've got it covered. Seriously, per person.
You can actually you could just go there and eat all the time. For that day, because every hour it reestablishes
every hour
itself.
it resets. You can't. So like if you get a meal, an hour later you can get another meal, and then an hour later you can get another meal. We're not saying to stock up on food here, but anyway, you said the only exception was
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
because that's every 90 minutes for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
but we never ate there. We thought, what's the point? We have Chick-fil-A's.
The line was huge. The line was super long. Kind of like it is whenever you go to the actual drive-thru. It's just people standing in line instead of in their cars. But this all-day dining plan. So what we did is most things open roughly between 10:30 and 11 o'clock. Some even later to 11:30 is when they start offering food. So make sure you eat a breakfast before you go, or don't eat a breakfast before you go if you want to get all this food eating in.
They give you a lot too, I will say. I
Yeah.
couldn't eat all of it because you get your entree, you get a snack or like a dessert, and then you get a soda or
And
whatever
a side.
kind of drink. Yeah.
And a side.
So, I mean, you get plenty of food. There was a lot of times we were throwing food away.
Yeah,
So.
unfortunately. But that being said, we were able to get a meal right at opening for something. So, like, we did that so that we could eat. And then later on, I think it was maybe, like, about dinner time.
3-4 o'clock.
Yeah, like an early dinner, we would go back and we would get food again because you're walking all day, so you're definitely burning all those calories and all that food off for sure. So we went and did that, and then later, when it got dark, like 8 o'clock ish, actually, would be more. 9 o'clock was a little late.
Yeah, I would say 8, 7 maybe.
Yeah, 7:30, 8 o'clock, we would go and get another meal.
Yeah.
Because at that point, that was basically like your free meal out of the dining plan, because each meal is roughly around $20 to $25. And how much is the all day plan?
I believe per person was like roughly at the time we went in December, during the Christmas peak season, was about $55-$60 per person. So you're gonna be saving.
Yeah, you'll be saving money if you get 3 meals a day. So.
Tip number
3.
Remember, it's a zoo. You need to take time and enjoy seeing the animals. Do the zookeeper talks, because the cheetah one.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
that was the only one we
Hunt.
did, but it was so
Hunt.
neat.
Thinking about the roller coaster.
It's right by it. But yeah, it was really neat to be able to see a cheetah run in real life, not through TV. So that was pretty incredible, I think.
It was. And seeing kangaroos and wallabies up close is actually really cool as well. And I highly suggest going on the train ride also. So that, because it takes you back through the Serengeti. Do it during the day.
Yeah.
If you do it at nighttime, you're not going to get to see the animals that are out there walking around. You're not going to get to see the zebras. You're not going to get to see the Were there rhinos out there?
Yeah.
Were there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you won't get to see the rhinos. You won't get to see the giraffe. You won't get to see the ostriches. So I highly recommend riding the train that takes you back around through the Serengeti at daytime.
So our next number 4 tip is going to be, if you're going during a peak season, such as Christmas like we did, or summer, go early. Don't waste your time sleeping in.
Yeah, no.
You need to get there early because you're going to want to go straight to Cheetah Hunt.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the high demand ride.
Yeah, if you really want to ride that ride without having to get a fast pass, or what is it, quick queue?
Yes, quick queue.
They call it quick queue. If you do not want to have to buy one of those, or don't want to waste your money on one of those, and you absolutely have to ride Cheetah Hunt,
which you should.
You should. And if you're not that type of person and you're okay with waiting in lines, wait in line. You're gonna be there a while. But with that being said, we highly suggest getting there early. And the minute the gates open, shoot through the gate and head straight over to Cheetah Hunt and get in line immediately, as fast as you can. That is the fastest way that you will get on that ride. Unless it's down. We experienced that.
Yeah.
One day. We experienced one day where it was down, where we went over there. But it was our first day there, and we went... Is that the first thing that we did? We went straight to Cheetah Hunt? That was the first thing we did. We shot straight over and straight to Cheetah Hunt, got on it, and it's, to me, the best roller coaster they have there.
Definitely a must do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So number 5. Watch the fireworks show if they have it going on. We did the Christmas one, which I've never done a Christmas fireworks show. You don't do that in the Ozarks. And it was awesome. I think that Busch Gardens has potential to have a better fireworks show, just fireworks and music, than Disney World.
See, now that's saying something coming
from
you.
That is. Well, because my theory is that, not based on the castle projections, but the fact that they correspond the music.
Synchronize.
Yes. And the booms, and then when the fireworks go up, I think it's called projecting, or mapping maybe.
I think it's mapping.
And I think it was awesome. It definitely don't miss it if you can stay that late.
Absolutely. I agree.
So number 6 is going to be stay nearby. There's hotels that Busch Gardens sponsors, and you need to use their shuttle service. It is, if they offer it for free, get on the shuttle, because they're going to drop you off right at the very front of the park. You're not going to have to mess with trams and parking or anything.
Or walking.
Yes. You're going to be right there at the front, and then they're going to come back and get you right there at the front.
Yep.
You're going to save time and steps.
For example, our stay, we used the shuttle service all of our days that we were there, except for the last one when we checked out of the hotel.
You can see a difference for sure.
There is a massive difference. So using the shuttle, dropped us right off. We walked right in. No hassle, nothing. And I'll tell you, getting picked up, your feet are hurting, your legs are hurting, you're tired, you want to go lay down. You don't want to stand there and wait in line again for that shuttle or for that tram to take you to your car. Now, if you live there, by all means, we understand that. That makes sense. You can go there whenever you want. You don't have to spend all day in the park. Like us being from Missouri, we're trying to get as much time in there as we can. So waiting on that shuttle is huge. And there is a huge difference. Like when we had to wait on the tram to get there, like we got there early enough that we were up near the front. But our friend Lane, when he came with us, he, I think we left the parking lot 20 minutes before he did. No, maybe it was more like 10. We left the parking lot like 10 minutes before he did because he had to wait to get to his drop-off point because he met us later in the afternoon. Now, he's from there. So when he came and he got picked up, the tram had to take him all the way back to his parking spot and his drop-off, and then he had to walk to the back 40 and get in his truck and go. So.
All right. So tip 7. Get the free cups of water. So I believe it is a law in the state of Florida that they have to offer free water at theme parks.
I think so.
And so what we do with ours, and this is a huge tip if you don't know, we bring these hydro flask bottles. We have knockoff ones, not a big deal. But anyways, bring these thermos bottles.
They're vacuum sealed water bottles,
for
basically.
water, and pour those cups in there. You're gonna be walking a lot, even though we went in December and it's not humid, it's still a lot that you're walking around, a lot of standing, a lot in the sun, and you need that. So that's a huge thing, just to have free water.
It's also going to save you money and space on carrying around water bottles.
Oh yeah,
like the plastic ones that you not like the ones we're talking about. It'll save you space. You won't have to carry those around, because then you can walk over and say, "Hey, I need a cup of water." They will give you one, and then you can pour it in your bottle, and you can roll on. So that's mostly what we do whenever we go to theme parks.
Yep.
So
number 8.
8.
And this one's for me.
Is this a ride specific one?
Yeah, for me it is.
It's a ride specific one.
I have noticed that I cannot do some roller coasters because of the pressure it puts on my head, and it creates like headaches.
The G-force.
Yeah. So I went on She-Cra the first time and hated it. And then the second time, the first time I sat on the very edge of the seats.
Yeah, on the outside of the row.
And I hated it. So the second time I sat more towards the inside, loved it. It was a total different ride for me. Actually, we rode it twice maybe after that first time. So 3 to 4 times in total, I think, because it was such a spectacular ride. So I don't want you to miss out on that ride if you have sensitivity to G-forces or just the pressure that goes on your head on roller coasters like that. Because they're intense at roller coasters.
They are. They're intense. And something about She-Cra is that the ride itself is like 8 people wide. There's 3 rows of 8 people wide, and like the row, like if you're in the front row, you're sitting normal, but the row behind you is elevated so that you can still see over the top of the front row, and the one behind that is elevated. So each different row is an experience for that one.
Yes. Sure. I recommend first row if you can, though, because it's just so cool when it tips you over like that. It's really neat to see it like that.
Yeah, front row, you're standing there and you're looking straight down like this, looking down, and you're like, okay, here we go, anytime now. And then it'll release you. But the back row, not quite. You're kind of just, oh, I'm here. So we highly recommend trying to get through the front row if you can on She-Cra. So
tip number 9.
9, man, we are rolling.
So my favorite restaurant there was the Smokehouse. It had the best food, best flavors. But another bonus tip for the Smokehouse is that sampler plate.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to save some money if you split it between 2 people. Now, we didn't have our dining plan on the very last day.
Or the first day.
I'm not sure. Yes, we did.
Oh, we did have it on the first day there? Okay.
So that last day, we didn't have it. So we decided, since we were throwing away so much food, why are we getting 2 meals? We split that sampler. And we actually ate the whole plate that time.
Yeah, we were able to eat the whole thing. And we really didn't leave hungry. Like if we did, one thing that we do take with us is some little extra snacks, like bags of chips or something. So we were able to eat some of those if we ever left hungry for it. So that right there, that sampler platter, completely worth it.
So in the sampler platter, you had ribs, brisket, and chicken.
Yep.
It was all smoked, barbecue-y, and it was really good.
It was.
And you had fries.
Waffle fries, and I think you could get like grapes or a dessert. Like a fruit
you would have
dessert.
to pay extra for that, but you had the option for that.
Yep. And did we split a soda that time or no?
I'm not sure. Maybe not, because I needed that caffeine. So.
Maybe we did get it, and because you wanted the caffeine. Yep. All right.
And then tip number 10, which is
the final tip,
is your basic. Just have fun at this theme park. It's really pretty with the zoo aspect. If there is a animal you want to see, take that time and see it.
Yeah, I agree.
And go through their habitats that they have set up. And it's just a unique park to have the zoo aspect and the theme park aspect with intense roller coasters. So it's a really great park. Don't sleep on Busch Gardens.
No, Busch Gardens Tampa is definitely worth going to. Especially if they do their special things. And like, don't forget, in March, they're opening up their new roller coaster. It's a hybrid. Well, it's not really new, but it's just been redone to be a hybrid sort of metal and wooden coaster, the Iron Gwazi. They say it's the fastest hybrid coaster and the tallest hybrid coaster in the U.S.
We saw it, and it looked really cool.
It looks intense. It kind of intimidates me, to be honest.
For the wooden aspect of it, like, yes. I'm not good on wooden roller coasters usually, but I would give it a one-time try at least if it was good. So,
we forgot a special tip here. And this is actually a little bonus tip for you guys. And I know we said to have fun and everything, and you should. Don't get me wrong. And here's another way for you to have fun, because I can't believe you forgot to add this to the list. Ride the roller coasters at night.
Yes, it's a total different experience.
Completely different experience. We rode Cheetah Hunt during the day.
Yes.
And it was fun.
It's great. It's a great ride.
So, and then what we did was we go, hey, we were told to ride these rides at night. So we rode Shikra first. When you come up at the top and it starts turning around, you can see the entire Tampa Bay. You can see the river over there and everything. And it looks beautiful, all lit up at night and everything. And then you come over, and then when it tilts you down at night, completely different experience, because you're like, what am I falling into? I can't see where I mean, you can kind of see, but you're kind of like, well, I don't know what's going to happen here. And then it drops you. It's just a completely different experience. And Cheetah Hunt at night. The thing with Cheetah Hunt is there's a part in it where it jumps back and forth like this. Now it's smooth. Your head's not bouncing everywhere. The people who built it and designed that roller coaster did a phenomenal job. But going through it at night, it's harder for you to prepare yourself for those. And then when it starts hitting, you're like, oh yeah, let's go. Like, it's so much fun at night.
I think it's scarier at night.
You think it's scarier
at night? Yeah,
because
you can't see what's coming up like you can during the daytime. So
that's
you're
true.
Not actually prepared like you would be.
Yeah. 100% agree. So those are, I think, though, that's all of our tips. We don't have any bonus tips or anything
besides
for you
what
guys
just
besides what I just gave. So, get the lay of the land and use the app also. When we use the app, it didn't have wait times, but now it does. So if you can get the lay of the land and figure out where to go, I will say that this is just tips and tricks. I'm not going to give a little bad thing about it, because the whole place is just a big circle like this. So there's really no cut through to some things. So that being said, I guess that's going to be it.
Yeah. Tune into our next week's video for sure.
Yeah,
it'll be the good, the bad, the ugly reviews.
Next week will be the good, the bad, and the ugly, our review. But this year's our top 10 tips and tricks. And we hope that these are going to help you on your trip to Busch Gardens, Tampa. So don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that
bell notification button,
so that you guys don't miss out on any of our videos. And with that being said,
bring on the next adventure.
Bye, guys.